Let's play around with this image one more time together. So we want to open back up our exercise files, and we're going to bring in this file called grass.png. So once again, hold it, drag it, wait for that plus, and drop it on board. This is the wrong size, so we're going to use our dots here to drag it so that it fits our canvas. Once you're happy, I want to make sure I can't see any water here, so I'm going to stretch it up just slightly. Great, once it's in place, hit return, and you'll see that our grass image layer has been dropped in up the top here. We want to make sure that this is in the right position, and at this point you've probably guessed what I'm about to do. I'm going to reorder this grass layer. I'm going to pull it down underneath the dog, underneath the glasses, underneath the text, but not underneath the beach, because I want to borrow the sky from our beach layer. I'm going to turn this grass layer off for a second. You'll see that the sand and the water are being covered, but I'm going to borrow the sky from this image. So turning the grass layer back on, I'm going to click over here and press down, and then drag, drag, drag until the blue line is where I want my layer. Release it, and you'll see that our dog is now sitting on the grass. He is no longer sitting on the beach, which means that our text is no longer saying the right thing. So I want to teach you how to edit a text layer. Let's go over here to make sure that we are on our move tool, because that is the way to reset all of your tools so you don't accidentally click or move something. We're going to select our text layer up here, and then we're going to come across and hover over a letter and then double click really fast. And you'll see that it's highlighted everything. So I'm going to change the word beach to day at the park. Once I'm done, I'm coming over to select the move tool so that I'm no longer editing that text layer. I'm going to make sure that my text layer is selected, hold Command so that I can move that without touching anything else. Put that more in the center and then release it. You'll notice that I didn't have to turn off the effects on this text layer in order to adjust what it said. That's important to know too. You can make a change to this text layer at any point so long as there is still a T over here, which is indicating that it is a live text layer for you. Something I like to do, and it's more of a workflow tip than anything, is group my layers together when using things so that I can sort of toggle between one thing and another. We've made two separate images today. We made the day at the park and the day at the beach with this dog. And I want to set them up in a way where I can go back and forth between one and the other without affecting any files. A good way to do that is with grouping our layers. I'm going to select more than one layer at a time. So I'm going to click on the top layer here, day at the park, make sure that's highlighted. I'm going to hold the Shift key, and I'm going to select all of the layers I'd like to keep in a group together. You'll see that 1, 2, 3, 4 layers have been selected here. I don't want my beach layer to be in this group because I want to do one at the beach and one on the grass. So once you've selected the ones you want in a group together, you're going to press Command G, and that will throw all of those layers into a group together. I'm going to call this group Park. Hit Enter, and there we have that. I'm going to duplicate everything in this folder. So similar to how we duplicated one layer at a time, I'm going to duplicate this entire folder. So I'm going to press and hold, pull it all the way down to this new key, and you'll see that I have a park copy. We don't need both of these turned on because this folder is exactly the same as this folder right now. What I'm going to do is switch off this bottom folder because I want to keep that exactly as is. I'm going to open the park copy folder and call it beach. Hit Enter. Now I'm going to delete the grass out of this folder because I don't want grass at the beach. I'm going to select that layer and press delete. And you can see that our dog is back at the beach, which means we also should change our text layer. There's our little T. Select it, come on over, double click, change this to beach. It would have been better for me to do this at the start, but I wanted to show you that at any point you can make these changes. I'm going to close that folder, and I'm going to turn off that folder. Great, so you'll notice that the only thing we can see here is this beach layer, but remember that I borrowed the sky for both of these images with this beach layer. So I want to make sure that I have one copy of this beach layer in both of my folders. So I'm going to switch them back on, just so that we can see what's going on inside them. Inside my beach folder, I have the text, I have the glasses, and I have the dog, but I do not have the beach behind it. So I'm going to make a copy of this beach layer, select, create new, and I'm going to drop this under my dog at the beach. Now he's there at the beach. Let's check our park folder. We have day at the park, glasses, dog, grass. There's no sky there, or there's no beach background. So I'm going to take this last beach picture, click it, hold it, drag it in behind the grass. So now in both of our folders we have our sky. Let's have a little look together. The beach folder is selected on, so that is what we are looking at. If I were to turn that whole beach folder off, our dog is at the park, we can see the sky because we made a copy of that, and we can go back and forth between the beach and the park, and we are not affecting any of our layers.